Every week, the nuclear power plant awards a weekly excellence prize. Now, every employee had received the prize except Homer. Homer thought that this time it should finally be his turn, but to his surprise, the award went to a lifeless carbon rod. Homer was so angry when he heard this that he was almost deformed.
Inanimate, huh? I'll show him inanimate! Yay!
Homer couldn't understand why he was worse than a carbon rod. He felt that no one respected him at work, but fortunately, his family respected him at home. At that moment, Bart wrote a line of words on Homer's head. When the family saw it, they instantly couldn't hold back their laughter. Homer also wanted to know what Bart had written. Homer was extremely depressed. He decided to change to a job where he could be respected. At that time, he saw a TV advertisement recruiting astronauts. Without a second thought, Homer signed up immediately. Unexpectedly, Barney also signed up, but only one of them could go to space. So Homer went to the training ground every day on time. He was surprised that Barney came to train before dawn. During this period, since he hadn't been drinking, Barney felt unstoppable.
I am the very model of a modern basic general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. Oh, that's nothing. What's this? There once was a man from Nantucket who's gone!
The competition between Homer and Barney began. A sober Barney seemed to have life on cheat mode. Homer was still as foolish as before.
Medicine.
After training, the leaders announced Barney as the winner. They even brought champagne to celebrate. Barney drank the champagne, but immediately reverted to his usual state. It turned out that it was non-alcoholic champagne. In that case, Homer was successfully selected as an astronaut. Soon, it was the day of the rocket launch. Unexpectedly, Homer secretly brought potato chips onto the rocket. When he opened the bag, the chips floated in midair. These chips could potentially block the instruments. Homer reassured everyone that he would handle it. He opened his mouth and ate the chips in the air like a greedy snake. Homer enjoyed his snack in zero gravity so much that he forgot he was in space. Ahead of him was a group of ants, but he couldn't control his body at all. Eventually, Homer's head collided with the ant colony inside the glass box. Ants, soil, broken glass, and chips took over the spaceship. The three of them stared at each other in disbelief, unsure what to do. Meanwhile, the TV station was preparing a live broadcast of the astronaut's life in space. At that moment, ants crawled into the control switches. The spaceship could fail at any moment because of the ants. The control center instructed the astronauts to self-rescue. They sat properly, put on their masks, and opened the spaceship hatch. Using the external vacuum, they cleaned up the debris. Finally, the debris was cleared, but Homer hadn't fastened his seatbelt and was sucked outside. Homer grabbed the door handle tightly. Fortunately, the two experienced astronauts pulled him back. However, the hatch handle was broken and couldn't be closed. If it stayed that way, everyone would be burned alive when returning to Earth. The veteran astronaut was furious. Even if he died, he would make Homer take the fall. Homer took out a carbon rod to protect himself, but the carbon rod got stuck on the door and couldn't be pulled out. If the carbon rod could jam the door, they might still make it back to Earth.
I'll pass you. Good! No!
At this moment, the spaceship plummeted rapidly toward the ground. As long as the rod held, they could return safely. Finally, the spaceship landed right on the roof of a press conference building. The astronauts opened the door